I think I threw 100 things.
I like to do this. This is fun. This is fun
I
and
fucked up. Basically, I told my professor that I was gonna throw 100 things by the halfway point.
I chose to do this.
Like, I fucked up really bad. Arbitrary number, just picked 100 because it sounded impressive and I thought you wouldn't argue with me. And I have nobody to blame but myself. So now I have to throw 100 things by the halfway point of the semester.
I like to do it. I chose to do this all the time because I like it and it is fun.
I have to admit that this project is a long time coming. I literally started doing this last semester and it took me a while to edit.
Now I gotta do that a bunch more times.
And I thought it would be fun to just share some of the things that I learned in throwing 100 things because like trying to throw that many things in such a limited amount of time meant that I really had to sacrifice some things, right? But the one thing I didn't want to sacrifice was quality. So I tried to be more efficient with my time. I ended up basically relearning how to throw so that I could throw as thin as physically possible. Because before this whole endeavor, I was the kind of potter who would just throw thick and I would trim and I would trim and I would trim and I would get these delicate thin pieces, but it would take me so much time to get there. So my goal after probably the first, 20 things was I decided that I was going to throw it as thin as possible, so I had to do the minimum amount of trimming. And that really saved my butt because I started doing this project kind of late. Unrelated side note, this wet sponge trick is in fact the best thing in the world for getting your pieces clean at the bottom. Sorry, I had to just let you enjoy the satisfying sounds there for a moment. We do tend to watch ceramics because it's, satisfying. I did end up doing 2 firings, so I used 2 different clay bodies. So this is my cone 6 firing, which is some glazes that I bought at Ensika last year. And then I did another firing where I did cone 10, and those are glazes that we mixed in the studio. But yeah, here's all the cone 6. I'm mostly happy with how they turned out. I think the cone 10 are a lot prettier, and I'm a lot happier with them. My cat just jumped on my back and dug his claws in. That hurt. Ow. If you're curious if I actually made it to 100, I never counted.